Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a try new makeup and I'm going to be recreating the look that you guys saw in my Sephora haul video. A lot of you wanted to see that. Super simple to do, honestly, so easy. I'm sure you guys have seen the reverse cat eye trend going around and it's basically that but just softer. And that's kind of my whole take on the look. I just always like things a little less dramatic. Ton of new products to go over, which I did use in that look that I'll be using for this trying new makeup. So I'm going to start off with a combo that one of you told me to test out. And it's using the glow screen from Supergoop as well as the Unseen sunscreen. So I'm going to be mixing those two together. I'm curious to try it. It sounded really good to me. As soon as you mentioned to test that out, I'm like, yes, I need to mix these two together. So the Unseen is clear, and then the glow screen does have a tint to it. You do need more sunscreen than that, but I'm just trying to show you kind of the comparison. And then mixing those two together, I'm hoping it gets like the pore perfecting quality of the Unseen plus the glowiness of the glow screen. That is what we're doing. For brows, I didn't know what to start off with. Benefit just came out with a pomade, which I'm surprised brands are coming out with pomades right now just because it feels like we're steering away from the pomades, but I'll definitely try that out in my next trying new makeup. But I got these Too Faced ones just a little bit before that, and we have a pomade and a pencil, the Superfine Brow Definer, and then the brow wig. These have been out for a little bit, but I just got my hands on them now. So I'm going to start off with the Superfine Brow Definer from Too Faced, and then I really wanted to try the pomade and a pencil, just to kind of see how that works for the brows. And then for gel, I'm going to be going in with my Taw Brow Gel, which is supposed to be like a lamination gel. So this really makes your brows stuck to your skin, holds all day. I like the formula of this, but the wand I just wish was a little bit different. I like that this one doesn't get goopy. The formula is really nice. As I said, it does hold. It's just the brush for me. I really love the brush in the Benefit Brow Gel. I think that's like the ultimate. Or even the Refi is really good. I just didn't like the goopy formula of the Refi. Once my brows are in place, I see where I need to fill in. So I'm going to go in with that Superfine Brow Definer. And I believe this is the darkest shade here, Soft Black. So hopefully this works out for me. Brand new pencil, lots of pigment. Filled it in pretty quickly, and there's also a spoolie on the end just to soften everything up. I'm going to go in with the pomade and a pencil now just to lightly fill in the end. Same shade, Soft Black. Comes with a spoolie. And this is what the tip of that looks like. Larger, same sort of shape. You can tell this is a waxier sort of formula. You don't have control of fine hair strokes. So I figure that works best for the tails of my brows. I wouldn't really put this in the front portion of my brow. And I believe this is waterproof too. Brows look pretty intense right now, but with makeup, it will all come together. I always find when my brows are done first, it's just like a little intense. Then I have the Bareminerals Liquid Mineral Foundation. They sent me 3 shades to test out. We'll figure out which one is me. I was thinking medium tan to try. Golden medium looks a little too yellow, and medium beige looks really pink. I'm going to start with medium tan. This has an SPF of 20. It's medium buildable foundation. This is what the packaging looks like. In the tube, it looks pretty olive. It's a twist up situation. Yeah, this looks really olive. That should work though. So we're going to go with medium tan 18. I still don't think any of these colors are perfect matches. The formula felt really nice on my hand. And then I wanted to try out this foundation brush from Shuamura. It's the Petal 55 brush to see how this blends in to the skin. I like the brush. The foundation almost goes on like a serum. Goes on fairly sheer on my skin. I do have a lot of redness right now for whatever reason. So we're gonna try and build this up, but right off the bat, like I do like sheer foundations, but this one seems a little bit sheer and patchy on my skin. It just looks really blotchy, especially in here. You can definitely tell on camera. It says it's buildable, but honestly, I can already tell I'm not gonna like this. try and see how it builds up. It looks slightly better, but not enough for me to honestly want to wear this again. It doesn't work for my skin. It's doing no favors for me. I'd rather just have zero foundation on it all if it's gonna make me look blotchy. It's gonna put on some of my Urban Decay Stay Naked, one of my favorite foundations, to save the day. See if, could be the brush too, so. No, it's not the brush. Oh yeah, this works really nicely with this foundation. Just gonna apply a little bit of lip balm. My lips are so dry right now. This is from Mercier. I honestly scoffed at the price of this when I first got it. Now I can't live without it. I was at the cottage for a week and I forgot my lip balm. My lips need repair. I probably should exfoliate them. They're gross. Then I picked up this from Sephora. I've heard such great things. It's the new Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector, and I have it in the shade Light. As you can see, it's like a medium shade, honestly. So I don't know how this would work for those with fair skin, because that's the color on me. So we're just gonna color correct the inner corner. I love the little brush on this though. It's really nice for application. And just blend it with a sponge. I could almost use this color as a concealer, honestly, because of how close it is to my skin. It's really hydrating looking under the eye. But I have been loving this concealer. This is the Cosis Concealer. It's not new, it's new to me. And I got it in the shade 4 because all the other shades run really yellow. And this one had a neutral undertone, but it still can kind of lean yellow. Usually I do like a warm concealer, but the warms were just honestly much too yellow. And this is an eye cream also in the formula. I've been really enjoying Cosis products. They've been working out really nicely for me. And you can even see on my skin, like it is still pulling a little bit yellow. They do run quite warm. And I was warned about that prior to purchasing. This reminds me kind of the KKW concealer. KKW concealer I think has some skincare benefits in it as well. It's slightly thicker, a little more coverage initially, but it has that same kind of moisturizing, really similar formula. Applicator, just slightly thicker. So that's why I think I really like it, because the KKW one is like my favorite concealer of all time. So hopefully when she does the reformulation, it doesn't change too much. This one will be my replacement if it does change, because I have been loving. Nice and hydrating, good coverage, doesn't cake up, just kind of settles in nicely. Then to set my face, I'm just going to use my Peach Perfect setting powder. And I was told this was being discontinued, but then you guys told me that it's not being discontinued. So I have no idea what's happening. I hope that it's not being discontinued. It was just being pulled, maybe their old stuff. They're just repackaging, who knows, reformulating. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this powder, but I'm using it again because you guys told me that it's not being discontinued, so let us hope. I'm gone away for a week. My skin freaks out. Like even my hair, because it was hard water. My skin is just not used to the cottage life. This powder on camera kind of gives me like a white cast, but my face, once I set with setting spray, it will all come back to life. It looks a little dead right now, if I'm to be honest. I'm just gonna let the powder do its thing, and we're gonna go on to the eyes, which is the part that you guys really wanted to see. And I used the Buxom and Ash K Home palette to do that look in the Sephora video. I really like the color story in this. I'm not too familiar with Buxom shadows myself. Haven't played around with them too much. I remember I curated my own like transition palette way back in the day, but those are expired that I just don't use them anymore. This look is so easy to do. Honestly, you just need 2 shades for it and you're good to go. So I use the Rich as my crease and to smoke out the black, which is smoking in here. And that's all you need. So just pick your brown, pick your black. That's all you need. 2 colors, so easy to do. I'm just gonna take Rich on a blending brush and start building up the crease. That's just 1 tap in and blend it out and you're done with the upper lid. I'm telling you, this is the easiest look you're gonna do. It's gonna give you that really beautiful dramatic look, and you can make this even more dramatic. Like, you've seen the reverse cat eyes being done. Like, you can really make this dramatic. Mine is more of a subtle reverse cat eye, I guess. I don't smoke it out too much on the bottom, and I think that's why I really like it on myself. Then for the waterline, you're going to need black in that. And then you're going to be smoking it out with a black shadow and then going in with a brown just to further blend out that black. Super easy to do. The only brush you need is a little smudger brush. I have a couple brushes that I use. This one's slightly bigger or older from Sephora. Then this dual-ended one, you could use a pencil brush. This one's the KVD one. I like this one from BK Beauty because it is tinier. So you get more precision, easy to smoke out and buff out the lower lash line. It is the 204 brush. So I just put this in my lower waterline. And I bring it all the way in, but I don't bring it further like everyone else is doing for the reverse cat eye. So it's just the natural shape of my eye. With nothing on the brush, I'm just going to drag this corner out slightly. Just using that pigment to create kind of like a wing-like shape. But you already have that pigment from the liner, so you don't really need to add anything at this point. And of course, with the actual tutorial of people doing this, it's much more intense. This is all I do. I'm not even adding any product. I was gonna do this eye. I'm just bringing out that shadow. Now I'm just gonna dip in with that brush, pick up a little bit of the black, and this is where you can get as smoky and dramatic as you want. If you don't set that black, it's gonna bleed. It's really important that you do that. Then taking the brown shade on the same smudger brush, this is where it's gonna make it a little bit softer. You can do as much or as little as you want to buff that black out. This is where you can really bring it down to. To finish off the eyes, I'm just going to coat my lashes with mascara, pop on a half set of lashes from Kiss. I'll leave the ones exactly down below. And then I'm going to do black on my upper waterline too. And this I have to do off camera because it really, really bothers me. So I'm going to be doing that, come back, and I'll show you the finished eyes. Those are the eyes complete. Now we're going to move on to finishing off the complexion. And I do have a new bronzer to try, but it's pretty light on my skin. It gives a little bit of a glow. It's the Glowish from Huda Beauty. I'm going to do it kind of as a topper for my skin because I still need that depth. So I'm just going to be using my MAC Give Me Sun, favorite bronzer of all time, and what I'm trying to use up for Project Pan. So not a new bronzer here. This one I'm really dedicated to at the moment. I want to use it up. Just have a base of color down. Now I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Glowish. This is in Tan Light. Beautiful shade. Does add a nice glow, but it is very sheer. Just going to lightly top the face with this. Just a quick little nose contour with my Dior palette. I don't know if I contoured my nose in that video. Guess it doesn't really matter. Then for blush, I cannot stop using this blush, honestly. Favorite blush right now, I end up getting the coral one. I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. Should come today, but this is from Dior, and it is the shade Pink. So the pink blush from the Backstage collection, and this is what I was wearing in that video too. Then I have a new highlight to try. It's from Mercier, and it is in Rose Glow. It's part of the Rose collection. I don't know if the shade is actually new, but it was a part of all the rose shades for the eyeshadow sticks that Mercier just came out with. This one might be a little ashy for me, but we're going to put it lightly on the skin. I don't want too much highlight. Honestly, I haven't been wearing a lot of highlight lately. It's fairly powdery. A lot of kick up there. Not my favorite kind of formula for highlight because I find it just kind of sits on my skin. I personally wouldn't purchase this. I did get it in PR. It's not something I would recommend though. I'm going to start off my lips with the new Buxom Powerline Plumping Lip Liners. I've been really loving these. And this is in High Def Honey. I wish the pencil was thinner. It's one of those, like, I guess we decided the shape of this is kind of like a teardrop, but it's a thicker pencil. And then for my lipstick, I'm using one of my favorite lipstick formulas of all time. It's the Bareminerals Mineralist Hydra Smoothing Lipsticks, and this is in Grace. Just gonna pop that in the center to kind of lighten it up. This is honestly my favorite thing that Fenty has made. I was shocked because I honestly wasn't going to pick this up. And it's the Fenty Beauty Heat, and this is the only one they have. It's in Hot Cherry. It's a gloss bomb. It's a plumping gloss bomb. It is sheer, but this color is perfection. Like my perfect color. I am obsessed. Then we truly need to bathe in setting spray today because my face is looking corpse-like. I'm looking really matte, and I need to settle that powder into my skin. And this is my latest setting spray that I have. I use this in my No Makeup waterproof makeup. This is really cool if you haven't seen that video. This is from Dermablend. It's their Lock and Last water resistant setting spray. Up to 24 hours. Not that we need it water resistant today, but we're gonna do it. Are we gonna do it? There we go. Do not know what happened there. I'm just gonna let myself dry down. We bathe ourselves in setting spray, and then I will come back and talk to you more about the new products I use, what I like, what I don't, what I think is worthwhile, and just my overall thoughts on the products. Here is the completed look, the eyes that you guys requested. I have the same lips that I did in that video, same blush. I just test out new brow products and foundation for this look, but everything's the same as that Sephora haul that you guys wanted to see the look for. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about all the new products that I used in this video. The first product I have here is from Bareminerals. Obviously I didn't care for this. Regardless of me building it up, it just looked really patchy on my skin. I'm good with a sheer coverage as long as it's sheer all over and not just sheer in places and then non-existent in others. So this didn't work out for me. I'm going to continue to play around with everything obviously, but initial impression was a no. And then the Petal 55 brush from Shuamura, I really actually liked. It was really nice for putting on foundation quick and easy. The bristles felt a little weird in terms of how it felt like it was going to come out, even though it's not loose at all. It just felt that way when I was applying it to my skin. I think just because it's flat and then how it was flicking on my face is just weird. Anyways, it's a me problem. So I still liked it. It just felt a little weird on my face. This Dior blush, you guys know, absolutely in love with. The pigmentation is there. I used to use Nars Thrill, but this honestly beats that in terms of its pigmentation and ease of use. So I highly recommend that if you can ever get your hands on it. I know it's always out of stock, but if you like a really nice pink, light pink blush, it's absolutely beautiful, the formula. The Buxom and Ash K Home palette, I've been playing around with. I've done a bunch of looks actually with this, and I really like the formula of the Buxom shadows. I think they're really pigmented, blend out easy, don't have a ton of fallout, kick up, anything like that. It's a really nice formula. So I'm very happy with this palette, and I think if you like the color story, then it's definitely one I would think to check out. It has been working out nicely for me. The Too Faced brow products, I think my brows look actually pretty good. I'm going to test and see if the pomade is in fact waterproof. We will try it throughout the day. But I did like both of these. I wouldn't reach for them over my Brow Blade, my NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. I love those. You guys know I love like a liquid tip marker for my brows. So those products I still would use over these. But if you like pencil type products, these might be worth checking out if you like how my brows are looking. The Patrick Ta for brows, I would honestly not purchase this again. It's not bad, honestly, by any means. It does hold my hairs in place, but again, there's other products that I use that are on the market already that I like more. So that's the only reason why I would pass on this, but it's not bad. Like, I'm gonna get use out of it, didn't return it. Still gonna use it. It is what it is for that product. I just like things more. The Laura Mercier Rose Glow Highlight is just way too powdery for me. Even the color like is off, but the color aside, just the formula isn't it for me. I don't like these kind of powder type highlights that sit heavy on the skin. Ton of kick up for a highlight. It's just didn't work out for me. The Nars Radiant Color Corrector, I think is a nice formula. I've had it work for me several occasions. The whole situation with the layers I had on my face wasn't the best formula for this to go on top of. But it is a nice color corrector if you can find your right shade, because I think there's only 3 or 4 shades in it, and light being how dark it is might not work for the most fair. The Cosis Concealer could be a new favorite concealer for me, honestly. I'm so happy I decided to pick this up, and I'm really happy that I went with a neutral shade because the warms are very yellow. So if you are similar to my complexion and wanted to try out the Cosis Concealer, pick up number 4. I really, really like this shade. Love that it's a benefiting kind of eye cream in one. So I've been using that on the daily. The Buxom Plumping Lip Liners, I love these all over my lips. They kind of smooth out the lines if I have any sort of issue with that. If they're a little dehydrated, I think this does a good job at making it look like they're not. So I really like the formula. The only thing I don't like is how fat the pencil is, but that's a personal thing for me. But if you're using this all over your lips like I often do, it's kind of beneficial that it is bigger. I don't like it, but I do, but I love the formula. So there's some pros and cons to that one. Then the Fenty Gloss Bomb Heat in Hot Cherry. Favorite thing that Fenty does, and honestly that took me off guard. Like, I love a lot of Fenty products, but I love this color. I love the formula. I love how plumping it is, how glossy. It's everything I want in a lip color, honestly. Like, this is perfect for me, and I've been wearing it all the time. Anytime you see me with glossy lips, it's probably this color on me, honestly. And then the last thing I have here is the Glowish bronzer by Huda Beauty. I really like this formula. I think it's really nice. I wouldn't wear this on its own a lot of the times. Maybe when I want something super light on my skin, I would reach for this, but I much prefer something with a little bit more pigmentation than how sheer that kind of goes on my skin. It could be the color. I could just need to go deeper, but I feel like tan should work for my complexion. So it's just like a light wash of bronzer. You can't screw this formula up, which I like because often I can do that. I can go overboard with bronzer. So it's just a really beautiful, soft radiance to the face and a really unique formula, honestly. I really like the formula of this. So I would highly recommend that. And those are all the new products that I went over in this video. Some misses, a lot of hits, and I had such a good time recreating this eye look for you guys. I hope you love it as much as I do. Just a more softer version of the reverse cat eye, but still looks dramatic. It just doesn't have the corners extended and as smoky as you could make this. I really love the trending technique for it. I think it's a really pretty look, and definitely encourage you guys to give it a try because I thought it wouldn't look good on me when I first tested it out, but you guys seem to really like the look on me, so thank you for letting me know. Gave me confidence to wear it. And that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys for sticking with me this long. I know it was probably a long video, but we had a lot of products to test out. I wanted to give a more in-depth tutorial on the look, even though it's super easy to do. So thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It helps out my channel a lot. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love for you to join the family by hitting the red button, the bell if you want to be notified of all my future videos. I'll see you guys in my next one.